Why, hello, you sexy beast. Iggy here with FalTac. Got a build for you today. I had to modify this mold to make this work. Now, this is a light-bearing holster for the Echelon with the Olight Valkyrie Turbo. So, I got it mounted up. Now, this is a multi-molds mold. I absolutely love them. As you can see, I mean, I have, I don't know, 300 of them. So, I had to modify this mold. So, we got right here the blocking that was for the ambidextrous slide release, and our takedown needed to be shaved down to fit these guys. So once I put the channel on here and this right here, it would be massively, well, it'd be very huge and we don't need it. So I went ahead and I shaved it down a little bit and we're gonna get it together. This is going right hand, olive drab, so OD green, QLS fork, and the Spets Gear Gen 2 hood. And then once it's done, it's going all the way to Texas, along with some drill guides. So this is a multi-part order, and luckily, drill guides are still in stock, although that one is my last one, and I have more in order. So, without further ado, let's get this built. Step number one, oven's on, foam is hot. It's been cooking in here for a while since I've been up here. It's like almost 8 o'clock at night, Tuesday, I think it is. I don't know. All day is, or actually all week is a blur except for Friday. So let's get to blocking. Let's get this done. And like I said, level 2 with QLS fork. And it's my last fork in stock too. So let's get done. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually going to start on that right there. If I can find my tape. Oh, this one's already blocked for suppressor height sights, so that I I can't talk today. I don't need to worry about it. There's number 4. And 5. All right, so we're going to take this, we're going to cut it. Get this on here. Now, since we're not going to need this, so we're going to go ahead and just cut it. So there's one. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're not going to need this because when we attach the blocking, it's going to go on it, and we have blocking to put on it anyway. And what I normally do is we'll chop this out. And we're going to chop this side out. Alright, you can start on any side, but what I did notice is I'm going to have to add some blocking so it doesn't do this. Because I can go further down, but I don't want to, because the Echelon frame actually has a built-in gas pedal on each side, so that part has to be higher. So if I go too far low, it's not really going to work out for us. So if I take a small piece of blocking and tape it to the light, and on this side, right there, again, just taping it to the light, and then this right there, we have blocking. That's perfectly fine and flat. So I'll put that in its place. bada bing. Next, I'm going to go ahead, I'll add this guy, which is our in-house light widget. I'll push it all the way up against the light. And there we are right there. And so it doesn't flop, go ahead, just cut it right there. Move on to the next side. And this next side, same thing. I'm just going to put that right there. I have smaller pieces, but I don't need to cut it, so I'm not even going to bother. Just wasting material at that point. Bada bing. Bada bing. All right. Okay, there's that. Go ahead, we'll attach the light widget. And now connect the light widgets on each side. So what I do is I tension on it so it doesn't fall, push down on this one, and pull. And then repeat that all the way down. And then I like to connect them on the back going this way. I'll line them up. And just don't pull too hard where you rip the tape, but just enough to where it keeps it all there. Now, some of these have rechargeable ports on them, so anytime I do an Olight, I will automatically throw this piece in here. And that will make it so just in case it has the recharge port, it'll still work for us. Alright, now if we were doing a pancake style holster, we'd be done with the blocking right now. But we got to add this, and we got to add this. So from here, it's pretty good right there. So we're going to want this right about there. And let's see here, we need that. Probably going to need that one. This one's shaved right there. And that. Okay. Bada bang. Gotta make sure we have enough room for the optic, which at that point we will. And then we're gonna have to put something underneath. Oh, it's a little too tall. Possibly this one. Yeah, and there we go, right there. And I'm having it stick out just in case something else needs to go on it. Which I think by now you should know what that is. The other piece of blocking we need to add. Right, so if this is here, that can go right there. Okay, this is where it's going to be somewhat difficult because it still has to get in there just enough to get the retention. I think would be good as we are right here. And then plus the bezel is going to add a little bit of retention right there as well. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and situate this right where we are now. And so it doesn't flop. Once pressure goes down in here, it'll do that. We're going to need blocking under it. So find anything that fits, but keeps it level. So we'll need that, but smaller. we are right there. And since there's no place to go, let it snow. I'm just kidding. Get that right there. The reason why I'm doing this is because we actually need to have nothing right here to block that. So I'm fairly confident with the way my press is, it will push into there. So there's that. Now we need to move to this side. So this is going to go, put that right about there. Oh, look at that. We don't have to add anything because that's going to be right there. And we need something under it. That should work. Let's see here. So the pivot point is right here. Yeah, that should be good right where it sits. A small piece on the back so that blocking doesn't fall out. Because tell you what, that sucks. Alright, so from here, it looks like we are pretty good. You know what? I feel like that can go down just a little bit more. If we do that, we'll have to... There we go. A little bit more. That's perfect. All right. And I judged that by going like this and seeing if it was straight across. That looks pretty good. So at that point, I'm going to go ahead. We need to cut a retention, get that going, and then heat up some Kydex and get that in there. So right now, we are in the press ready to go. It was roughly a 12 by 12 piece of OD green. These are plenty hot, plenty squishy. So I just have another 10 degrees, 15 degrees until we're ready to pull it. All right, that's in the press. So now I have about 10 to 12 minutes for a little me time. Well, it's in there. So we're going to let it cool down a little bit and then come out. And then we're going to have some fun. So until then, I'm going to prep something else. Maybe straighten up a little bit. But I'll see you in a little bit. Well, it's going to be pretty quick for you. It'll be a little long for me. Well, just came back from eating. I took it out of the press. It looks freaking awesome. Look at that right there. Bada bing. There's a reason why a lot of people call me the Foam King. So there we are, right there. So obviously I'm not going to be able to open it. So we're going to hit it on the bandsaw just right along this line right here. And that way I can open it up and get everything out. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, it's filming. If you must know, I ate a bowl of Wheaties. Because it looked good. Anyways, I do have this as a blue gun. So we're going to swap over to that. I wouldn't mind putting one of these in my collection. If you... Actually, I've never shot one. But they're damn comfortable. I mean, it fits you like a glove. So, let's get the light off. Let's do some cutting. That way I can move on to the next one. We just got to map it out. Nothing really special on this other than it's optic cut, but other than that, it's pretty simple. So we get the light, and I'm just going to come up right there. go a little bit more. I'm going to do it to there. All right, so let's put our tension right there. All right, now generally, if you don't have the firearm or you don't know where the R mark cut goes, follow straight up. So I know it's going to be within that line right there. So if we match it up, yeah, it's just before it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that line. So that's kind of a good trick to have. Wherever that is, straight up, and that's where you're going to be. And then we're going to overlap, make sure it lines up. Now we're going to drill everything out. So these three, and I'm going to need to mark where this third one is. So to do that, I'm going to put that in, line that up, square it off. If you don't trust yourself, you can always put a stop on this. You don't want to go through and hit the other side. Oh hey, they're still blocking inside. I thought it felt a little heavy. And then these are crooked. So before I drill that, you can also do it by hand, but we're going to want that parallel, so we're going to be down there. And then this one, you definitely want this to be perpendicular to this. We got a dead battery. Tactical reload. Alright. And clean your holes. Now a little bit of bandsaw work. Next step, a little bit of sandy on the belty to make it smoothie. My own. And before I do anything else, let's go ahead and clean the inside off. Oh. That's nice and clean. All right. Okay, now time for the gusset. If you ever looked at a Safariland holster closely, you'll see that the material actually wraps around and overlaps this part. And it's the sole reason why I do this. One, it stops flex, and two, it is a lot stronger. And that way, your hardware and everything else won't pull out. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drill these, and then cut it out and throw it on. Well, ladies and gents, it is finally that time. We could assemble it, so then I could package it up and get it out of here. Let's do it. I have it cleaned. I have it rubbed down. I have the gusset made. I have all the hardware. If I didn't forget anything, which I possibly could have. So, let's put it together, eh? I'm going to start off with these 1/2-inch posts. And this is, that's 3/8 right there. Oh, I already messed up. See? You guys made me nervous. Now I got to get that off. There we go. I gotta put this on first. Then we can do this. So there's one. There's two. And the reason why I don't put the retention hardware in, so my fat fingers can get in here and do this one. There was 3. Again, that's 1/2-inch for all of them. Go ahead, throw this on here, and then you're gonna take the supplied hardware. Add L Magic Blue Juice. There we go. Throw that on. And remember, can't stress it enough, do not over tighten these because it will not work. So just get it snug and then go on from there. So I will do it by hand. Then function check. We're good. Set those aside. And oh, yep, see, I did forget it. I don't have the screws to hold that on. All right, 1/4-inch, 3/8, 1/4-inch, 3/8, 0.4375. I generally start where the screw is flush and go from there. So let's see how this fits. Now, the bezel right here, where it gets to a larger diameter, that's going to add retention. And that spot right there, where that dimple is going to add retention. It's a little tight for my liking, so I could go ahead, back this up a little bit. We got that good. All right, back that up a little. It's a beautiful thing. We'll put that around, mark it, drill it, clean it twice. That was once. And twice. And we're going to add some blue goo. Get my grubby fingerprints off that, and hey, what do you know? Still got to add that, so let's swap this out. I'll get the hardware. There we go. Plot twist, nothing fits anymore. One. Don't tighten everything up until all the hardware is in. It's something my daddy taught me and it will always stick with me. Square this up. Whoop. Give it a wipe down. And here we have a level 2 QLS OD green for the Echelon with Olight Turbo. Well, finally, another one has come to an end. This holster came out absolutely phenomenal. I know I say that about a lot of holsters, but they do. You take your time, and a little bit of experience goes a long way, and you really come up with a very nice product. So that is already boxed up, labeled, heading out to Texas, and it's about 10 o'clock right now, so I'm going to be doing one more build in me, and then I got to edit a video, which is going to take a little bit, and then I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. So shout out to Holstersmith and Knife Kits. They provide everything you see in these videos, so without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And, of course, without you guys for watching at almost 14,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you guys. So on that note, I'm going to do a couple more. I got a M&P 4-inch or 4.5 or something like that with TLR1 coming up. And, well, I'm going to bust that out, get that out the door as well, and then move on to the next stuff. So I will see you guys on the next one. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you. Bye.